Hello, Internet. I'm Matt Haas. I have been struggling with some health news I got recently, and the whole purpose of this stream is to reinforce the fact that life's not fair. No one said it was, and it isn't. Let me tell you what's going on. Over the holiday break, I noticed the vision in my right eye got worse. Now, every time I go to the eye doctor, which is yearly, my prescription might change. Sometimes one eye will get a little worse. Sometimes both get worse. I get a new prescription, good to go. It's just been a routine all of my life. So I thought, well, maybe the vision in this eye just accelerated the timeline for whatever reason. I thought I would go in, get a new vision test, get a new prescription, and be good to go. That didn't happen. And what I was told, I'm not quite sure how to process. So what's going on? In my right eye, when I look at something that's glowing, and everything in today's world glows. iPhone screens, iPad screens, computer screens, televisions, movies. A lot of things glow in this world, and I work in front of computers. What happens is there is like a 40% white haze over the glowing object. It's not that the object's getting blurry. It's just that there is the bright harshness of the light halos around the light object and fills in the object. So if I'm looking at an iPhone screen, there is a white halo around the screen, and everything in the screen is a little bit, it's like I'm looking through a 40% white transparent layer of just that object. Same thing. Look at a computer screen, look at the television. Just only in my right eye. It's not blurry, it's just obscured by whiteness. So I called the eye doctor, told him what was going on. And this is an eye doctor, they're always booked 5 months out. I thought there's no way they're going to see me. They saw me right away. I was like, great. Thought I'd stroll in, get a new prescription, be good to go. And I would accelerate the time on the calendar that I'm seen, because the way insurance works, you can only get seen once every 365 days. And I had COVID a couple years ago, and it moved my schedule. I like getting my eyes checked in January. It's a crappy month, cold, not much is going on. I like getting some of that health stuff done in January, and it got bumped to summer, which I didn't like. So I thought, okay, I'm going to reset the clock. Things were looking up. No. It turns out what's happening to me is not uncommon. Now, it doesn't happen to most people, but it's a very well-known thing. The fluid in my eye, inside the eye, should be partially, it's a funny word, gelatinous. It's just the way everyone's eye is. It's not 100% liquid. It's like a little bit goopy. It's the way it's supposed to be. Now, that's not the case for me. 100% water. And what can happen is the back of your eye, the back of your eye, it's not all solid. There's like a lining on the inside of your eye that has all the nerves and receptors and things like that. That lining can come off of the ball of the eye. So think of it as like a fabric that has adhesive spray on it and it's stuck to the back of the eye. That fabric can come off, and it can change the way you see the world. Well, They're not quite sure that has quite happened yet. That's called a detachment. But certainly, I'm having an issue with my right eye. So I say to the doctor, what could have been done to avoid this? Answer, nothing. There's nothing I could have done to avoid this situation. And then my next question was, well, what can be done about it? How do we fix it? Answer, you can't. Simple sentences, simple questions, simple answers, easy to understand what was said, hard to comprehend the magnitude. So now, through no fault of my own, I have a vision issue that will never get better. And there's nothing I or anyone can do to improve the situation. Now listen, I get it. A lot of people are dealing with a lot worse in life. And this issue is a minor inconvenience. If I'm walking outside just looking at the world, I can't perceive anything wrong. But when I'm looking at a screen, I've got to look at the glowing object through what appears to me to be a 40% white translucent barrier. and they tested my eyes. With my glasses, my vision is 20/20. That's not the problem. Everything I see is in focus. It's just obscured by this layer. Only on this side. I go like this and everything's fine. Now, what's the long-term outcome? The answer to that question, like what's going to happen as time progresses? Unknown. Again, a simple response, hard to comprehend the magnitude. So here's the long and short of it. This could be it. I could live the rest of my life and this issue could stay the same and not get any worse. It will not get better. There's a 0% chance it'll get better, but it might not get worse. That's the best outcome. Or things could get more cloudy. Right now, it's about 40% white that I'm looking through. It could get far worse. And if I have head trauma, so if you were to punch me in the head, not even in the eye, like anywhere from the neck up, chin, forehead, ear, side of the head, back of the head. If I have a head trauma, it will likely make the issue worse. And I've got the same thing going on in my other eye, but I don't have the white effect. So don't punch me in the head. That could be bad. I could lose vision. I mean, that probably won't happen. Or like if this eye is this bad and this eye is this bad, if I get punched in the head, it could go like that. Where the good eye could have the 40% white and the bad eye could have 80% white that I'm looking through. The bottom line is life's not fair. And I get it. A lot of people are dealing with a lot worse. And I'm thankful for my station in life that I have a lot of blessings. And this is right now a minor inconvenience. I get it. But the fact remains, it sucks. It really does suck. I spend my life looking at screens. I've built my career and all of my entertainment and everything I get happiness from usually comes from looking at something digital on a screen. So that's what I've got. And I'm reminded of a scene. This is going to sound crazy. From Star Trek: The Next Generation, where Commander Data, who is a 100% android, it's not a living, breathing, flesh and blood person, it's a android, all robot. He downloads the instructions on how to play this complicated board game. And the master of the entire universe, the best player, he fought the best player in this board game. And Data had all of the knowledge of the game, all the rules, all the history, all the strategy, and he lost. Because it's a strategy game. It's not just, the game has to do with, strategy, and it's very complicated and stuff like that. And he was convinced he was broken and didn't want to work because he didn't want to make a mistake. And Captain Picard says to him a very profound line. He says, "It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That's not a weakness. That's life." This is the scene.
And Commander, it is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life.
I believe I understand, sir.
And Data, will you leave your hesitation and...
There you have it. There you have it. So now I just have to live with this and accept that this is the outcome. No amount of money, no amount of expertise, no amount of technology can solve what I've got. I just have to live with it. And again, this is not uncommon. Well, I mean, it's not super rare. Most people don't deal with it, but this is the lot in life. I thought it was hereditary. I did talk to my father. I thought my grandfather was dealing with it, and I thought my father was dealing with it. Turns out that's not the case. I'm on my own. So I will deal with it. I'm not looking for sympathy. I just appreciate you listening, and I will return to my sunny disposition and more happy topics. I typically don't ever talk about health things because we all deal with it. I don't think it's entertaining. But again, life's not fair. Recognize that. And I think you'll have a better grasp on how you can move through life. All right. I'm leaving it here. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Streaming Sunday and then Monday through Friday from that point forward. Okay, I got to go. Love you all. Bye.